Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the Everton News Daily, Friday the 24th of November. Farhad Moshiri has been speaking to his mate today, Jim White, and has told him that Everton are apparently close to appointing a new manager. Not sure I believe him, I'll be honest. Close to me is when you're about to unveil him. Are about to sign the contracts and unveil them, and I don't think Everton are anywhere near that with anyone at the moment. I think apparently there's a list of three, which incidentally Farhad Moshiri didn't say, but sources have said he's got a short list of three. So that to me wouldn't indicate that it's close. It needs to be close. You know, last night's terrible result at home to Atalanta in the Europa League hammered home that fact really that Everton need to sort this problem out. It's a nightmare situation at the moment because we just seem to be going from game to game, losing games, by the way. You know, it's the second time in 4 home games we conceded 5 goals. It's embarrassing, you know, and that there seems to be no direction. And the players, for whatever reason, just well under par, you know. And I'm not levelling this at David Unsworth because I think it's a difficult job for whoever takes over, and that's really the worry because when you look at it out there, who is that who's going to come in? I mean, Marco Silva, we're really interested in. I'm not sure he's coming. I'd be amazed if he come really. I'd be amazed if Watford let him go. And also, has he got the defensive ability as a manager to stop conceding goals? I mean, the way we are, you know, I think we need an organiser to come in there. But whoever it is, it needs to be resolved as soon as possible because it's a nightmare. We're coming up to a massive 3 games in the Premier League. You know, we've got Southampton away, we've got West Ham at home and Huddersfield at home, and we should be looking to win all 3 of those games, but at the very least to take 7 out of 9 points. And, you know, before we go to Anfield and the derby, it's just such an important run of games, and it's an important games that we need to win. And to have no manager at this stage it's incredible really. It's been 5 weeks without a manager. It's a long time. You know, I'm not saying that Ronald Koeman should have stayed because I think it'd gone. I think the whole thing had fallen apart. But Everton should have had an idea of who they wanted and acted on it as soon as possible. I think they just thought, this can't go on, let's get rid of him. Who do we want? That's how it appears anyway. I might be totally off the mark there, but that's how it appears. So we'll see. We'll have to see whether we are close. It's an interesting one. It's going to be one that we have to watch this space and see whether Everton can actually conclude this sorry state of affairs that it is at the moment. David Unsworth has been speaking today after last night's hammering. He says all the right things like he normally does. You know, if the players didn't know what it means to play for Everton, then they do now. Not sure what that meant, but I think he was saying about hurting. You know, if they're not hurting, then they may as well go, kind of thing. You know, it's 100% on nothing. We've got to improve. They've got to be brave. They've got to get out there on Sunday and win the game. And that's all things that is right. It's all correct what he's saying. But I think, I'm personally, I don't know about you guys, but I'm personally at the stage now where talk is just very, very cheap. I just think, yeah, I've heard it all. I've heard it for weeks. We're going to do this and we're going to do that. And although we took 4 out the last 6 points, which has been important for us, the performances haven't been there. There's nothing where you're looking at it, where you look and think, we're close now. We can just think of this and think of that. We'll be fine. We'll win a lot of games. And there's none of that. We seem to be just bumbling our way through games, hoping to get results. So that, to me, it has to change this week at St Mary's. It's going to be a tough game. They're not in a great run of form either. They've only won 1 out the last 7 matches. They lost the last home game to Burnley. They were beaten comfortably at Anfield last week 3-0. So it's not the most difficult game we'll face, but it's a tricky game. We haven't got Umar Niasse, of course, and he's been our linchpin, our talisman of late. So someone's got to come in and take over that mantle. It'll probably be Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and he's got to get himself amongst the goals. It's as simple as that. No more missing good chances like he did at Selhurst Park last week. It's about taking chances. And we have to take it from there, and we have to get a result. You know, and maybe it's Sandro's time. He scored a good goal last night. maybe it's time to throw him in one of the wide areas and see what we do. But we've got to take the game to Southampton. Got to be tight at the back. If the ball's messing around at the back, launch it down the field. I don't care. Defend first and foremost, and let's try and get a clean sheet. We haven't had a Premier League clean sheet since day one of the Premier League this season. That, to me, is totally embarrassing. So it has to start this Sunday. They're really the main stories today. You know, there's tenuous links with players. But again, until we get someone in who's got an idea and a pattern and a way of playing, these are just going to be links, that's it. You know, and some of them are good and some of them you go, nah, no thanks. So we'll have to see. So that's basically the news today. Farhad Moshiri saying that Everton have down to 3 candidates now. We're very close to appointing a new manager. We will see. If you haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the bell notification button if you want to be notified every time there's a video. And check out mine and Ped's final word, if you can bear it. And also the match preview will be going up as well for the Southampton game. And of course, join us on Patreon if you fancy it. I'll see you soon on Toffee TV.